All right. So Grand Theft Auto. So I started at Grand Theft Auto 2. Top down. You kill people.
Yep.
The guy goes, "Give me your wallet." Like it's
Right.
It's
And then you
fantastic.
do the like disjointed kind of like bulky like animations.
The punching felt really satisfying.
Oh,
'cause,
yeah.
Like there's like instantly blood.
I love the AK-47 where it was just like like just very much like stiff arms in front of you and kind of like
Yeah, you could
barely
even-
like the legs were spread apart in a certain way. Very silly
Yeah,
animation.
yeah. There's an Uzi in that game that was just so satisfying. And then
yeah.
the tanks. You'd
Yeah,
get
with
streaks
cheat
with
codes,
tanks.
left, right,
No,
up,
no.
down.
There were no cheat codes in this one. This was the
Ooh.
top-down one. This was like
Oh,
PlayStation
you're
1.
going back. Okay, this is 2. Yeah, okay, this
Yeah.
is back in the day.
So
Never played that one.
yeah, so you had to get there was a scoring system. You had to have 1 million points to move on to the next level. And if you got a tank, you could rack up 250,000 immediately. You just run over like 10 cars and you're like halfway to the next level.
Of course.
So then I didn't really play 3 that much because I didn't have a PS2 for a while. Vice City was like, me and my sister just played the fuck out of that game. We beat it 100 times. San
That's cool.
Andreas-
You play with your sister.
My sister was really into video games, like was super into like, especially Grand Theft Auto.
So my sister and Kate have the same video game sensibilities.
Yeah.
They don't like video games, but they like side scrollers.
Right.
2D. So
Okay.
they both like Mario.
Oh.
And guess what? The only game that I've played with Kate ever on my computer, which she liked,
Yeah.
Castle Crashers.
Castle Crash.
She actually got like through the game with me. It was pretty fun. And
Yeah.
also the soundtrack on that game, bussin'.
Yeah.
When you go into like the pet shop and it's like I
I don't think I've ever played Castle Crashers.
What?
Yeah.
We should do a let's play.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The other thing is, we got to get some cameras up in this bitch.
Yeah,
We got to play. We
yeah.
got to start cuz right now we're just purely audio,
Auto.
sorry. Auto. Full auto.
Grand Theft Audio.
No, but we got Grand Theft Audio. Actually, Grand Theft Audio could be a fun side channel.
Right.
That would be the name of our Let's Plays, Grand
Yeah,
Theft
yeah.
Audio.
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
wow, look at that. Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's do some side
Yeah.
mishes.
Anyway, so my sister and I would play Grand Theft Auto a lot. I think that was. Oh, you know what? Did you ever play those? It was like a Ski-Doo racing game. It's like a game where you're just on a.
I did, but only at
wave-
arcades.
wave
where
racers?
like I know exactly what you're talking about. I only did that shit at arcades. The same thing with MotoGP, where you're on like a
bike,
bike
Yeah.
or a Sea-Doo.
We had one of the Sea-Doo ones, like
Okay.
on PS2 or GameCube or whatever. It was super fun. I mean, I've been watching a lot is those speedrunners, and they do Mario Kart.
Summoning Salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
I love
double-
his work. He does great work.
What's your favorite Mario Kart game? Because Mario Kart is a very divisive series.
So I'm going to tell you this right now. Not a huge fan of Mario Kart,
Wow, that's a hot take.
and I'll tell you which
Wow.
one was my favorite.
And you're a Nintendo boy.
No,
Like-
I'm not. I hate Nintendo.
Oh, okay, well,
You're thinking of our friends.
true. Yeah, our friends
like
simps for
Nintendo.
I
I'm
guess
not
I guess that's where we definitely get along.
That's
well.
where we align.
We're both like I
Fuck
had
Nintendo.
We had GameCubes and like
Yeah.
Game Boys.
But we didn't make it our.
I did.
Yeah.
The only
They're like, we played Zelda. I'm like, I didn't play Zelda.
I
I,
didn't play
played
Zelda.
fucking Halo, bitch.
I played Zelda,
Yeah.
the second Zelda on NES. That's the only one
you
I played.
went, yeah.
Oh, and the original Game
What
Boy.
was the one where? So you know in Super Smash Bros. You can play as Ness.
Yeah,
What was Ness's game?
I have no fucking clue. I don't know.
He had a turn-based
It was
one.
like,
it was called like Homelander or something. Not Homelander.
Homeworld.
That's the fucking
People are gonna be upset. that we don't know
Netflix
the
Prime
name.
show. Yeah, they're gonna be like, you don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. NES was always like,
Apparently, it was good. It was like Final Fantasy, but you played with as
Yeah.
a boy with a cat. Whatever.
yeah. The problem for Super Smash Bros. With me was there's so many Fire Emblem characters, and I never played Fire Emblem.
I
Like,
just don't.
I don't.
I
Get
just
it.
don't fuck with like Japanese like weeboo shit
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
I don't care. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm sorry.
I don't do anime.
I'm not
I
a
don't-
child.
Yeah.
Like if I was a kid, sure, but
Yeah, it didn't occur to me. It wasn't like even Dragon Ball Z was a little weird to me as a kid.
Dragon Ball Z was always weird to me, but I still fuck with it.
Yeah,
I still fuck with it. You know what's funny is I don't even like Dragon Ball Z. I like the abridged series.
That's what a lot
where
of
it's-
people say.
The abridged series is better than the actual show.
Yeah.
because it's like they breathe comedy into the show, which is desperately needed. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, it's
It's
too
so
serious.
Yeah, it's just like
Too serious.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
You know, it's that so I went back and I watched the original Pokemon anime, and it
Yeah.
like still holds up. Like it's pretty good. It's for kids, but it's fine. Yu-Gi-Oh is the dumbest
Dog shit.
dog shit.
Dog shit. Yeah.
you don't believe in the heart of the cards.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, they just spiel the whole time.
They
They're just
spiel.
talking. They're just yapping. Those
They yap.
fucking kids. The Mokuba, you just don't believe in the heart of the cards. You'll be sent to the Shadow Realm.
Dude,
like
fucking
shut the fuck
Seto
up.
Kaiba in the Abridged series, so fucking great.
Yeah. I don't know
Shut
if
up,
I've,
Mokuba.
I don't think I've ever gotten through the whole thing. I've definitely had friends that were like,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I've gone through it.
I had a friend that had like a PowerPoint up, and we went through the comics of the Abridged series of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like,
Okay,
I was
wow.
like, this is our activity.
That-
This is what we're doing.
That
right
is a new level. A PowerPoint comic of the Abridged
now? I think
series.
they're reading it to us, like it was one of those.
That's like a new level of like my fedora
bro no,
is
I
spectacular.
had these friends in middle school that I thought were cool.
Mother, could you bring the hot pockets,
Bro, they had
like,
a lot of money.
Jesus Christ.
No, so I had a friend group in middle school that I thought they were all cool, and then in
Turns out.
high school, when like you start like having your own interests in
Mm.
life, I went to their house for like the last time,
Oh boy.
and they were having a weeb party,
Friends never say goodbye.
and like there's this girl there that like was also kind of weirded out by the weeb behavior, and me and her like got along and whatever.
You guys are just like fucking in the basement while they're like, I use my summoner spell. And you're like, you want to get out of here?
Nah, we were like, but we were both like, oh shit, like our friend group has become weird. Like now
Yeah.
these are the weird kids in high school.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't cool, but I wasn't into a PowerPoint Yu-Gi-Oh presentation, And then they were like, let's watch Despicable Me.
Okay, here, let's
We're in, like,
divert
11th
here.
grade.
Let's divert here. Big question. This is
Yeah.
a big question, and I'm not going to judge you because I love both movies.
Okay.
Predator or Alien?
Alien is objectively a better movie. Like Ridley Scott is
Yeah, but it's not about objectivity, subjectivity.
no, okay, I can get down with a fun action movie, but I like
Do it now!
Get me!
Get to me! And then like you just see like a 6'7" man in a suit like hitting the like thing on his wrist where he's like, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, ow!
Yeah,
Ah,
Carl
he starts
Weathers
running.
is in that movie, just ripped to shreds.
Oh
Everyone,
my dude, Carl
everyone's-
Weathers. Have you seen him now?
Uh,
he's like
dude,
73,
he's like 76.
He's jacked.
Yeah, no, he's
He
oh,
looks better than most people.
He looks better than Arnold now.
He looks better
And
than-
Arnold's probably about
dude.
that age, and
Well, Arnold, yeah, he's
looking
got
kinda
that weird
wrinkly.
Botox thing.
Yeah.
Carl is just black don't crack, baby.
It's
Just
true.
he just deadlifts like 400 pounds every day.
Yeah,
Easy.
Let's just say say me and you were gonna have some beers.
Sure.
Predator.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be by myself in a dark room with headphones on, Alien.
I agree with your original take. Alien is 100% a better movie.
Yeah.
And-
Aliens is another dumb action movie.
Yeah, and then Alien versus Predator too. If you want to go even dumber.
Hey, that's the movie.
So here's what it is. Alien, like you said, you can watch by yourself, headphones. It's a creepy movie and it's beautifully
Yeah.
done. Predator, drink beers with the boys.
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator, shots with the boys. Like that movie is
Just doing
You
tequila.
just be like, whoa, shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that alien. It's
Yeah.
It's
I
silly.
actually have a great story about Alien versus Predator. So me and my buddy, we're in 4th grade, and we were obsessed with Alien and Predator. We
Well,
had-
good. You're fucking sick.
Or-
As kids, that's your obsession.
Dude,
Badass.
I think there
Because
may
kids
have-
nowadays are like, I was watching Skibbity Asman.
yeah,
highlights.
Skibbity Riz.
Yeah, I'm the Rizzler. It's like, dude.
Yeah,
you-
XQC
Do
plays
you realize
Minecraft.
how cool you are for liking that?
So
much cooler.
we were upset. I mean, we were nerds. We were obsessed with Alien and Predator, and we had seen those movies a billion times. And we're like, dude, now they're gonna fight.
Yeah.
seriously.
Mhm.
And we'd build those what are those like building blocks that you could like make?
Tinker Toys?
Tinker Toys. We had Tinker Toys, and we
Wow,
built-
I had that like
yeah you did.
locked and loaded.
I would have
bro.
never come up with it. We'd build guns with Tinker Toys
Yes.
and play Alien. Like
Yes.
we'd like kill
Dude.
aliens in our house, like with our imagination.
Or you go for a walk and you find a stick and you're like, this is a laser rifle.
Exactly.
And reloading.
We would like defend the house against an alien
Yes,
invasion.
dude.
Anyway, we went to see Alien vs. Predator on opening day. I believe it was 2004. And we get there and there's nobody. Just us 4th graders.
Oh, that's so sick.
Alone in the theater.
That's how it should
to
be.
watch Alien vs.
That's
Predator.
who it's for. Is for 4th graders.
And we were
And drunk adults.
so stoked.
Yeah.
Like that was the coolest. And I remember at one point the lady's like gonna nuke the aliens. And she's
yeah,
like, say goodbye, mother. And then
Yeah.
she doesn't say it, but like
it's
to
the
our
implied.
4th grade
yeah,
kids were like, oh fuck yeah, she's gonna nuke that shit. Yeah. And it was so sick. Like honestly a great
I would
beginning
say one of my like most memorable like media moments is Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien duct taping the shotgun to the flamethrower.
Yeah.
That to me was like very much like women are badass.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that Ridley Scott like portrayed a competent captain who can
Right.
step up. Like she stepped up.
Yeah. They
And
always
it's like-
need her. They're always like, hey, like in Aliens.
Yeah.
They're like, hey,
There should be
so-
more women wrote like her.
Yeah.
She fucking stepped up.
I think, so I know you haven't seen Dune.
No,
but,
I need to watch that. And the second one was great too. I'm fucking behind.
Dude, the second one was like, everyone said I would love it. 'cause-
Chalamet and Zendaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone said I'd love the second
And
one.
way more. It's a star-studded cast.
Oh yeah, Jason Momoa and
Momoa,
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "Oh, you're gonna love Dune too," and I was like, I was tempering my expectations because I loved the first one. It's one of my favorite movies ever, and then it was even better than I expected.
Knocked
was
it out of
just
the park. I
knocked
love
it
that.
Out of the fucking
I
park.
love that when like the first one is great and the second one is just as good as not better. Like
It's better.
So good.
It's funny too because I literally last night started a podcast. It was just a Dune lore podcast because the
Wait, you started a Dune Lore podcast?
no, I mean like I. Started
Oh,
listening
okay.
to
I was
them.
like, what,
No.
dude?
I mean,
start it
I
with
totally,
me.
I totally
I'll learn.
would. I totally would. But it like
You're like, I
explores-
bought a new podcast equipment, and then I started a new podcast.
I love the universe of Dune because it's different from so many other sci-fi universes. There's no aliens. We have not found aliens yet. It's about, I think it's over 20,000 years in the future, and people have just genetically modified themselves to be like psychics, or they get so fucking high that they can travel through space without
What's it
computers.
called in Dune with the spice or whatever?
Melange.
Melange, yeah. Oh, that's the joke. Okay, I just got that when you said melange because that's the South Park joke.
Yeah.
Is
There's a
Tom
big-
Brady's the spice melange. Okay, I just got it. Wow, that's
Yeah.
funny. I can't believe I just got that.
Yeah. Basically, they had.
Yeah, sorry.
So in Dune, I like that they like, you know how in Star Wars they have lightsabers and it's like kind of this medieval.
Schwartz
medieval bullshit.
mine.
You know. Is
Comb the desert, man. We
ain't
ain't
found
found shit.
that- I was about to be like, is that a Spaceballs reference?
Sure is.
I
The
hate-
best-
Okay.
you
I
hate Spaceballs?
I hate it. I hate Spaceballs.
I'm about to stand up out this chair and slap the shit out you.
I find that movie so like uncomfortable almost to watch.
That's what it.
I don't
it's-
like it.
It's a Mel Brooks movie.
I
You're
know,
supposed
I like
to feel
other
that
Mel
way.
Brooks movies. I just don't like that one. Like I like Life of Brian.
Life of Brian is good. Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Great.
What's the history?
You're a bullshit philosopher.
What's the history of Rome or whatever?
Yeah.
I can't remember that one. Yeah, I just don't like Spaceballs.
So we call it Mr. Coffee. I mean, it's a quotable movie.
It is. It's
So
just,
quotable.
Like I've seen it like 10
He shot
times.
my hair, bitch.
Yeah.
That unlocked something in me as like an 8-year-old. When
Yeah.
I just saw like a girl in like a dress shooting people with a laser beam. She's like, "He shot my hair." I was like, "She's
All right.
cool."
Yeah.
I like her.
See,
you
I
know?
liked Breakfast Club or
Oh,
like,
okay.
I don't know. I liked all those
Okay.
Ferris Bueller, you know. I liked all those 80s movies.
I like the irony of Spaceballs. I don't like
Yeah.
the seriousness of those movies you just described, where
Really?
it's like kind of like I like those movies, but I don't like.
is hard.
Yeah, they're like it's tough to be white, and it's like okay.
In an affluent suburb of Chicago in
They're like,
1986.
oh God, which college will I go to?
Yeah.
It's like who fucking cares?
My dad's Ferrari fell
Oh
out
my
of a
God!
house.
I knocked his Ferrari out of the car.
He can't
Shut
possibly buy 10 more.
Yeah, and
he's
it's like
not a-
supposed to be a moment where you're supposed to sympathize, and it's like,
Yeah,
who the
I
fuck
can't-
has a Ferrari in a glass like house like that?
That
What
was
the
so
fuck?
dumb. You know what's funny is my grandparents, their house is like that. Like they have like a really nice house up on a hill like that, and I'm like, and they have like Porsches.
Do they have a Porsche in the house like that?
He built his own garage. Like he has a garage attached to the house. like
Okay,
you would
it's
have.
custom job.
But
Yeah.
then he built another garage that's also like a shop for like woodworking.
I'm just imagining a guy smoking a cigarette, and he's like, "So, we got a garage. What about another garage?"
That's literally what my grandpa thought. He was like, I already built this fucking house 40 years ago. What do I do? And it's like, well, I mean,
Another
You've got
garage.
a bunch of cars. Where do you put the cars? He's like, not a fucking outside. I tell you what.
More
Like-
garage.
Yeah. And then like, you know how like old people. So he was probably like 65, 70 when he built this like extra fucking building on his property. He then hit that point where he was so old he never used it. Like his Porsche just sits there, and he's bought 2 now, and it just sits there, and he's like, oh well, someday. I'm like, bro, you're 85, you're gonna die.
So Porsches and sports cars exclusively exist to be a like a memento of wealth. They're not really. No one really uses them.
He's in a club.
Those that do are younger and they go fast. The people that are younger and go fast can't afford it.
Right.
Some people do, which is like the 1% of the 1%, where it's like you're say like an entrepreneur who, you know, he's big and he just like, or she gets big and they make a lot of money and they're like, I like to drive fast, and they just zoom.
See, okay.
Most people don't do that.
I'm not a car guy, but I'm becoming that type of, like, I'm really into motorsport, and I see Sam Altman, he started ChatGPT. He has like a McLaren F1. It's like a $20 million car, and I'm like, okay, if I had that money, if I was a billionaire, sure,
You'd go fast car.
I would have a track car.
I'll tell you what. So this
sure.
this speaks to us again. Like, I'm Butterfree, you're Beedrill.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a ranch, and I'd rather have horses. I'd love to just
You want horses?
horses. I'd rather
Like
have horses.
Mike Tyson, he trade horses for tigers.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Stand up. I'm gonna fuck you up, you son of a bitch.
So I was in
I'll
prison.
fuck your mama.
I was in prison. I had a whole herd of horses, and somebody told me that tiger cubs.
No, but hear me
I
out.
thought tiger cubs.
Hear me out. I would rather have a ranch and horses. It sounds like you'd rather have a garage and cars.
Yeah.
I'd rather have like a connection with an animal. And if I want to go fast, it has to like be earned. I don't want to just like.
What?
Well, it's a relationship with the animal.
Oh, I see. I was like, so you're like, I'll go 10 miles an hour, and then if I'm ready for it, 11 miles an hour.
No, I just meant that like if you're gonna work hard, you should get the fruits
Right.
of your labor.
You're
Whereas
Nikola Jokic over my Ayrton Senna.
Sure. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But anyways, I'd rather have like a relationship with animals. I like to have like my idea of wealth is like have a farm, have a family, have things you love, have
Right.
like a
Like,
beautiful connection.
I'd
I
have
don't
a
want
nice
like
house.
I don't want like an opulent car that I'll drive like once every
No.
blue moon.
No. So in my situation,
I'd rather
I
have
would-
here's what I'd do.
Okay.
I'd buy a Porsche SUV.
Oh, a Cayenne.
Yeah.
Oh
I'll tell you why. If I
Oh,
had that much
God.
money, it's like a fuck you cuz like I could
no,
just
I
as-
hate those people.
just as easily, here's why: higher clearance. If you're gonna buy a car that fast, get a car that can go
I
over
want
a
something that
curb.
sucks the road. I want downforce.
Well, what's gonna happen, Austin, is you're gonna go over a bump like you did on the fucking back roads, and you fucking destroy your entire
the back
car.
roads of your neighborhood.
Any neighborhood, any road. That's a really low. That's a race car. That's a race car. You can't drive that.
You've got a point.
Now, if you get like a fucking Cayenne SUV, same speed,
Okay.
and you can drive it anywhere.
it's
You
your
can drive
daily
it to the
driver.
mountain. Yeah.
Okay, fine. But in my scenario, instead of the ranch and all the horses, I get a nice house for my family. I've got my kids, you know, I set them up all good.
Yeah.
And then I've got money left over. Then, only then, I buy music equipment, you know, like bass guitars and amplifiers. I'm kind of happy with what I've got now. But upgrade that, and then cars. And then cars that are
Cars
just for
got to
the
be at
track.
the bottom of the list because cars are fucking stupid.
No,
You-
cars are stupid.
Cars
but
are stupid.
I would have like say I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
I have a couple cars.
If I'm going ranch, here's what I'm going to do. Just top of the line F-150s.
I just don't.
Just the
yeah.
best trucks.
That sounds like a country living.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's like
I want to live country.
We got the opposite.
Now here's the
viewpoint
thing.
on this
Here's the
wealth
thing. I'll have a condo in the city
Right.
with my Porsche in the garage if I want to flex.
Your Cayenne or 911?
Well, at that point, if I'm in the city at 911,
Okay.
but that would have to be like New York City, Manhattan. I'd go
Right, right.
Manhattan.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
like if I'm gonna drive a 911, it's gonna be like in a high, maybe even Dubai, like a place where I can drive it easily.
I feel like Dubai is a very
I don't want to live there. I'm
Oh,
just
okay,
saying
okay.
that's where I'd drive it. A place like Manhattan, Dubai,
See, I
flat
would go
city. Everyone can see it. I deserve more. I have wealth. Look at me.
Right.
That's what you drive it for.
Okay, this got me thinking.
Yeah.
If say we're billionaires in this scenario, you got your ranch and all the
Sure.
all the cars and all the horses.
Yeah.
I have a house in Germany where I go to the Nürburgring and I set lap times all day. I have a Ferrari
Okay.
and a
Yeah.
McLaren. And
So if you can be a hobbyist, Yeah, totally.
And I'm up there with all these fucking with Hans and
one wrong move, you kill yourself in a fiery flame. But yeah,
I mean, it's kind of worth it.
Damn.
Kind of.
See,
cool.
I disagree. I don't need to go fast. I'm not Ricky Bobby.
I really want to go fast.
I don't want to go fast. I want to traverse terrain. This is another Butterfree.
Oh, okay. another
Butterfree Beedrill thing. I'd rather like go over like harder like difficulties of terrain.
I want to track,
and you want to like go fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't.
I want to hit corners hard and hit the apex and really fine tune the timing.
You're a race fan, so it makes sense. And I'm a country. Like I'm not a country guy, but I've become country over time.
Right.
Especially living in the country, it does that to you. Once you like, so in the same day that I built a table, I took my 9mm out and put fruits on that table and shot them. Okay. And I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of
this is fucking cool. And that's kind of like, I don't know, like once you spend more time doing shit like that, you're like, I can see why people like the idea of freedom and guns and
Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
I'm very much that like I understand that because I mean we both lived out in the country for a while, but I also really like if I just lived say in Germany or another place where motorsports. Are
you interested in living in Germany or
no? I'm saying like I have a house there. Okay. In my billionaire scenario.
But because that's German engineering, that's where the best cars are? Or?
There's just like a lot of tracks around there, a lot of cool stuff. I mean, Mercedes and
we should go to Germany.
Volkswagen.
We should do a boys trip to Germany.
Maybe southern Germany.
Because I'm not into Deutsch.
Yeah,
Javo. Das ist alles.
I'm not really into like going to like fucking Berlin or anything. Like that sounds kind of boring. But and I've heard the people are just kind of like mid.
I haven't been to Berlin.
Germany.
I've been to München, and it was terrific.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go to southern Germany.
Munich, Hitler's favorite city.
Oh, God.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think we should go, if say we do...
I'm telling you right now.
Northwestern Italy, we go through the Tyrol area, we go through Austria, and then Bavaria. That sounds like a nice boys trip.
I want to go... That sounds terrific. That sounds, first of all, terrific.
Yeah.
Here's another idea.
Maybe we stop at Maranello.
I want to go Northern Europe because see these wolves over here on this fucking. I want to go to the mountains.
You know what? We're both mountain snow guys.
Yes.
That is something we can always agree on.
I don't want to go too far north because the further north you go, the further they're like, we don't make eye contact and we don't like to have ideas. And it's like, okay, well, too far north.
Yeah.
So northern Germany is a move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we went to like
you
Norway,
go to
it'd be cool. Norway's sick.
They're too
You don't like Scandies? You don't want to go to Finland and have a beer on a lake?
No, that sounds amazing. Okay, here's the thing. I love their geography. I would go just for their geography.
Yeah.
But from what I've learned about their people, they're very
literally cold.
Closed off, yeah. And they don't want to have like open conversations. Where if we went to like northern Germany,
it's a lot more
friendly. Yeah, they'd be like, get the fuck over here and like slap you on the ass and be like, let's fucking go, that type of energy.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast.
Here, have some raw meat. And you'd be like, okay.
I was listening to a podcast. This guy, he's from northern Italy, kind of on the border with Austria.
Yeah.
And he goes, Austria is the place. Austria has all the fun Germans.
Oh, I'd love to go to Austria, by the way.
Okay, cool. Now I know.
Let's go see where the Habsburg monarchy ruined the whole world.
Right? All these fucking
degenerate fucking
crazy
inbred
motherfuckers. Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned the Scandies being cold because every time there's a racing driver from Finland, they are the most like no nonsense. Like they'll be like, "Hey, Pele was at the track, the soccer player," and he's like, "Oh," and they're like, "Did you see Pele?" He goes, "No, I was having a shit." They're like, "Oh,
no, I was busy." Grabbing water and then taking a poop, and you're like, okay, well,
they're like, oh,
not the kind of conversation we're looking for, but is there anything else you'd like to say? No, I'm going to listen to a podcast and then work out for 3 hours.
No, like literally, they're like, so,
right.
But how'd you feel about making that pass today on the track? He goes,
what pass?
Yeah, it was good. Like they're so just not engaging with like.
I'm only speaking from what I've heard from other people's personal accounts, but Scandinavian countries, like, it's actually rude to be extroverted.
Yeah.
And I would rather be. So we're both kind of ambiverts where we're typically introverted, but you give us a few drinks.
Yeah, we're all out.
Like, let's go Eastern Europe, let's go Northern Europe, like, but not too far north.
Yeah. Hey, How about you tell that story about your time in Ireland drinking 9 pints of Guinness?
Which time? Because there's
when you went to the doctor and you had a seizure?
No, so I was so hungover that I called out of work, and then I went to them, and they were like, "Yeah, just don't drink 9 pints of Guinness." That's basically the end of the story.
Oh,
they were like,
I
"Don't."
thought there was more.
No, there's not a lot. There's
of that.
no, there's not a lot of dramatization of it. They were just like, because I was doing it every day. And they're like, "Well, you're feeling shitty because," and they did it in their accent. They're like, "Sorry,
you got 9 pints in you know.
You had 9 pints every day. That's the thing. You're fucked." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense." And they're like, "You don't. That won't." See, in America, they'd be like, "That'll be $400." They're like, "Yeah, just get out of here. Like that's fine.
Yeah,
you fucking idiot." And I was
mean,
like, okay.
I went to that doctor that was like, you cannot have 12 drinks a night.
Yeah,
It's simple as that.
it's simple as that.
You cannot be drinking like that.
No, yeah, and that's a lesson that I have learned as an adult. Like during my week, like I don't drink at all.
Yeah.
I literally like at most will have 2 beers a night. On the weekend, I'm like, woohoo, I can have fun now. But like other than that, I'm like, nope.
Yeah. It kind of astounds me. I don't understand Europe, at least Italy, where they'll give you a bottle of wine with lunch. What the fuck do you do? No wonder you take a nap.
Share it. You have it with multiple people.
Half a bottle of wine is still
so
a lot of
wine. What
you
do is with 4 people. With 4 people, that's like a glass and a half each.
Yeah. It's
simple as that.
I feel like if it's noon and someone gives me a glass and a half of wine, and it's hot out, I would go to sleep. Yep, I get it.
That's why they have a
siesta.
A siesta.
It's just like
that's Spain, not Italy. Italy
does it too. Okay. Yeah. And then they stay up really late because it's really hot out. Yeah. I've heard in Egypt they like to party and they don't start partying till like midnight.
So Egyptians are they're not influenced by Islam. They
no. Like the majority of Egypt is Islamic.
So then what the fuck are we talking about?
No, I mean like they're like smoking hookah and like hanging out. I assume alcohol is legal in Egypt. That's a pull it up.
If they're Islamic, probably not.
No, because some Islamic countries like Lebanon is still not as Islamic as the rest of the Middle East, but it is a pretty alcohol-friendly country as far as they go.
Okay.
Let me look up the Egypt alcohol laws.
Do you want to hear a fart sound?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
As Egypt is a majority Muslim country, many locals abstain from alcohol completely. However, it is possible to find liquor stores and bars in some upmarket neighborhoods.
That sound effect perfectly matched that exact moment. Well, we're not going to Egypt.
Well, no, I don't really have any interest anyway.
Who the fuck wants to go to Egypt?
To see history. They have amazing museums, and they have the pyramids of Giza. They have all these tombs out in the desert that are at Luxor.
So, if you're interested in history, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. If you're interested in a good time, abso-fucking-notly.
No, I'm not going to party in Egypt. Like, I'm not going to stay up all night.
You just said party in Egypt.
Well, I'm saying that's what they do. That's kind of their vibe.
Okay, well, either way, I get what you're saying. It would be a tremendous trip, and if you could document all of it, I mean, that's the idea, right? You go and you observe different cultures.
Been documented, people.
No, but it's a personal documentation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
I get that.
It's like vlogging.
Right.
Oh, I've been here. I've done this.
Yeah.
But that's why there's a lot of those like pyramid scalpers. They're like, yeah, I'll take you. Hey, my friend, come here.
My friend,
come here.
MashaAllah.
For $300, I will walk you 200 feet this way.
My camel, he has the biggest milkers.
Yes. Touch. And you're like, I don't want to touch. He's like, touch.
Touch his milk. His milk. I'm all right.
And that's Egypt, folks.
We've done a horrible disservice to a beautiful and the longest lasting civilization on Earth.
I hope that one day we get a fan base so people can be like, my friend, that's not how we talk.
My friend, mashallah, is...
we milk camels, but not like that.
We jerk their peanuts. Yeah.
Inshallah.
If you could go to
Ishnu Allah.
You want to browse my wares?
I like how you go from Egypt accent to Blood Elf.
Actually, that was Night Elf.
Oh, whatever.
Ishnu Allah. Blood Elf is like... Actually, what's a Blood Elf line? I'm trying to think.
I
never played Blood Elf because Blood Elf is
Solaria Sholak.
Yeah, that's it.
I played a lot of Blood Elf.
I played Night Elf. Night Elf is like, alone be with you.
Yeah, they're like, oh, peace and zen.
Whereas Blood Elf is like, shonga da gong gong. And you're like,
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Let me look up their voice lines because they're so funny. They're always so
Shola.
angry. Anaria Shola. Oh, my favorite one. It's like, do you remember in Call of Duty they'd be like, Rapudi!
Yeah.
Grenada!
Bumpy!
Yeah. The Blood Elves have Baladash Malanore.
That's the one.
That's so ridiculous.
So check this out. You remember this?
Anu Balor Dalana.
Hold that.
Oh
you
my-
can't see
is
it on the
that-
podcast, but that is a
Warcraft
CD
3.
of Warcraft 3.
Yikes. What is... Oh
That
my
is
God.
that not a
You
blast
got
from the
Arthas
past?
and I assume Thrall on the cover.
Yes, sir.
That's hilarious. Reign
Now,
of Chaos.
I really do like CDs. I always thought that
CDs
like
are neat.
the CD art was
No
really
CD in this.
well. Yeah, it's long
Kinda
forgotten
lied to me.
Well, it's the art you're looking for in the
Yeah.
the thing.
Here, I'm gonna pull it out real quick.
Yeah,
Let me
pull it
take
out.
Oh, there's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
Oh.
Well, either
thought
way,
it would be
this
like a
is
game
kind of
manual.
underwhelming after everything I
Yeah,
just said.
right?
But
Goddamn.
the point is, it's just romantic having a CD case.
It
It's
is.
gone.
I liked
long forgotten
old
art,
video game like manuals and stuff.
or
Like
even just CDs, like just music.
yeah. I don't think I ever had. I might have had a Final Fantasy soundtrack.
Check this out.
What is that?
The Clash, buddy.
Mario Winans Hurt No More. What is this? P Diddy Combs. You can't have this.
Wait, what is that?
You're not allowed to have this.
Wait, hold on. What is that?
Wait, and then there's London Calling the Clash.
Wait,
You put P Diddy. In
wait. P Diddy is in there?
You didn't even look. You just gave it to me.
Well,
That's
okay,
the
that's
first-
a weird mashup.
All right, so
because
he gives me
Oh my
gives me
God.
a CD case.
Oh, look at the
CD,
back.
The CD, it's like a clear case,
Oh,
and the CD
shit.
in it is Sean Diddy Combs.
they're gonna pull up like photos of me at P Diddy's house. They're like, see,
Look! Yeah, he's always a problem. But I think you were trying to give me London Calling by the Clash, which I hate because I hate reggae.
Okay, first of all, not reggae.
It's the most reggae punk. Oh,
How
again,
cool is that artwork? Though?
It's fine.
What do you mean it's fine?
I don't like Hendrix.
You don't like
I don't like Jimi
Hendrix.
Hendrix. That's my unpopular opinion of the day. I don't like Hendrix. I don't like his guitar playing. The production on the albums was always so bad. It was like he was playing live.
Okay, well, production. We can
In
agree the
every-
production was never that good.
Okay.
But you don't like his guitar
at the
playing?
same time,
One
at
of the
exact-
best guitar players
Okay.
ever.
At the same time that the Beatles' White Album came out, one of the best produced albums of all time, and Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, there was Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Soup, which has some of the worst recorded guitar I've ever heard.
That's your dude.
I understand his influence on music, and
No.
I am a guitar and bass player. I just don't get it.
I'm sorry. You got to get hit by the double fart, bro.
I'm sorry.
You are just wrong.
I think
bro.
the production. I think all of the production on Jimi Hendrix's discography is terrible.
I just dare I hit it again?
Do it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
One more time. Sorry, it had to be done. I can't believe you just said all.
I
those
don't even
things.
like a lot of his songs. I just don't get it. Again, it's the 1960s. I don't care for that decade. You
You
know.
don't care for that decade.
Yeah. I think it's overrated. I think a lot of boomers did a lot of dumb things. You know, it's a lot of like, oh, in San Francisco, 1969, Woodstock. Fuck you. That sucks. Woodstock was
Our armpits
dumb.
are unshaved.
Hey, don't knock unshaved armpits. I think that's pretty cool. I think
Okay.
it's the vibe. I think it's the general, the fashion and the music and like I don't know, just not for me.
Okay, so this is what I've learned from this. You like unshaved armpits and you don't like Joni Mitchell.
I like
Got it.
unshaved armpits, but I hate hippies. So
Some weird
the
overlap.
Venn diagram there is
yeah,
pretty far
I'm
apart.
not really sure how to work that one.
Yeah.
I'll just let you fall
yeah.
on that sword.
But again, I think it was probably like I liked classic rock as a kid.
Sure.
And now it's more 70s, you know. There's more the wild hair and it's getting into like I don't know, hard rock. I don't like mellow music.
It's 38 minutes.
I think it's about time.
We're gonna fucking have to call this one here, folks. That was episode 4. Was that 4?
I don't know. It was an episode.
We did an episode 3, and it was so bad because it was at 9 in the morning, and I had no coffee,
not an ounce of caffeine in your
not an
system.
ounce of caffeine, folks.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we got a couple episodes backlog just for y'all.
I got a backlog for you.
You got a backlog for me?
Yep, shots backlog.
We're gonna have a backlog ready to go.
It's
Anyways, folks.
Gravedigger and Bigfoot.
It's Bit Fucking Gravedigger, starring Austin and Max.
That's me.